Hi, and welcome to Great Reads. Today's story is taken from the book 10-Minute Stories. This is 10 beautiful stories in it, written for your little ones when you can just grab 10 minutes a day and sit with them and snuggle and read them a story. The story I'm going to read from this book today is called The King's Pudding. In the middle of the rainforest, the morning sun shone through curtains of lush green leaves. Birds sang, frogs croaked, and gibbons whooped and screeched between the trees. Little Mouse Deer stepped cautiously down to the river to drink. The rainforest was a dangerous place, what with crocodiles in the water and scorpions and snakes in the undergrowth, not to mention the mighty mean tiger, who could snap him up in 2 quick mouthfuls. You had to have very sharp wits to survive in the forest. How lucky for Mouse Deer that he did, and Tiger didn't. See a picture of the tiger? He's huge, isn't he? Yeah. Looking up from the water, Mouse Deer saw a flicker of tawny fur striped with black, just like the body of Tiger, he gasped. Breakfast, snarled the tiger, claws unsheathed and ready to pounce. Mouse Deer looked around in a panic. "Oh no, I can't possibly be your breakfast," he gabbled. "I have a really important job to do. I'm guarding the king's pudding." The king's pudding? Tiger puzzled. Mouse Deer pointed at a brownish cake on the ground. "It's the finest pudding in all the land. It's so delicious that the only person who's allowed to taste it is the king. I have to make sure no one else comes near it." Tiger looked a bit disappointed. "Couldn't I just try a tiny bite? The king would never know." "Not a chance," said Mouse Deer, "unless... I know, we could pretend you chased me away." "Brilliant," said Tiger. "Roar! Off you go then." Mouse Deer raced through the trees. Closing his eyes, Tiger took a long lick at the brown cake. Blah! His mouth was filled with thick river mud. Tiger could taste sludgy earth between his teeth. "Mouse Deer," he yelled, "wait till I catch you." Mouse Deer heard Tiger's roars of rage, but he was far away. Surely Tiger would never catch up with him. Settling into the shade of a mighty mangrove tree, Mouse Deer let himself relax. By midday, the air was heavy and clammy. Soon the day's rains would start. Insects chirped and buzzed, and Mouse Deer was at the river's edge, leaning down to take a drink. Beyond the bushes, almost out of sight, were 2 heavy paws covered in thick, tawny fur, almost like the paws of a tiger, gasped Mouse Deer. "Lunch," growled Tiger, leaping out. "Oh, I've been looking forward to this." Mouse Deer looked around frantically. "I can't possibly be your lunch," he protested. "Not while I'm guarding the king's belt." "The king's belt?" Thought the tiger. "There, do you see on that branch? Isn't it magnificent?" Mouse Deer pointed up to a jewel-bright loop. "Of course, no one else is allowed to wear it. Such a pity, it would really suit you." "But the king would never know," whined Tiger. "How could he guess that you'd let me try his belt?" "Someone else might tell him," said Mouse Deer darkly. Unless they saw you chasing me away, of course." Tiger opened his mouth to roar, but Mouse Deer was already gone. Tiger shrugged and reached up to pull the belt down from the branch. He wrapped it around his waist once, twice, and it began to writhe. Then it hissed in fury. Tiger's beautiful belt was a snake. Maddened, the snake sank its fangs into Tiger's soft, furry belly. Yow! Far upstream, Mouse Deer paused when he heard Tiger's roar of pain. Then he ran on a little further, just to be on the safe side. Look, you could see a picture here of the snake biting Tiger's belly. I think Deer Mouse is quite clever, don't you? By evening, the rains had stopped, and the new moon rose into a clear sky. Fireflies gleamed in the shadows, and Mouse Deer patted down to sleep at the river's edge. He wanted a drink. Two fierce eyes were watching him steadily, just like the eyes of a tiger, gasped Mouse Deer. Dinner, roared Tiger, and don't you think you could talk me out of eating you this time? Mouse Deer looked around desperately. There was a faint buzzing in his ears. No, 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 he cried. You can't. Not while I'm guarding the king's drum. The king's drum? Snorted Tiger. Look above you. A dark shape hung from the tree. Such a drum. It may not be much to look at, but the sound, it's like magic. People say when you hear it, you just can't help dancing. And I suppose only the king is allowed to play it, said Tiger. Oh, yes. Not that the king is a very good drummer. You'd be much better. I can tell. You have natural rhythm. It's not fair, Tiger grumbled. Why should the king have a drum he can't even play? Why can't anyone else play it? Let me try. You can say you didn't see me until it was too late, or, I know. You can say I scared you away. Far, far away, agreed Mouse Deer, taking to his heels. Tiger puffed up his chest, reached for the drum, and to his surprise, it broke away from the branch where it was hanging and fell at his feet. A swarm of angry wasps poured out, stinging poor Tiger again and again and again, until at last he dived into the cool green river. There, have a look at that. Those wasps are just stinging poor Tiger. Mouse Deer, Tiger roared. Mouse Deer, I give up. I have a mouthful of mud, a snake-bitten belly, and my paws are covered in wasp stings, and I still haven't had my dinner. You're too clever for me, Mouse Deer. I promise I'll never try to catch you again. Mouse Deer hadn't had time to run very far after all. Hidden behind a bush, he heard Tiger's roar and smiled to himself. He had survived one more day in the forest. Did you like that story? That Mouse Deer was very clever to keep tricking the tiger like that. See you next time. Bye-bye.